A purchase I actually did not want to make. Find out what it is after the titles. Hey everybody, Anthony Dodge, the model train outside the Miracle Outsider, a Night of the Rhomboid Table here, with a video, a first impressions video about a Loco I did not want to buy. I know, one, I said I wasn't really looking to buy any more steamers, and I just bought a steamer. And I didn't want to make this because I had to scratch something else I was looking at off my buy list because I needed to buy this. So let's set the stage before I show you what I got. As many of you, most of you would know, I brought back from Germany a very exquisite Miracle Orient Express set. Now, this is 8 cars and they have a lot of weight to them. And when I did the video with them and ran them for some running shots, I was running them with this older, I think it's model number 3317 or 3318, this Miracle French 231, Pacifica 462, but the French do it by side as opposed to total. Anyhow, it was struggling. And then when I did the live stream a few days later, it was really struggling. And I stupidly, and I'm mad at myself about this, I let it go, thinking it would be all right. Yeah, it's just going to struggle. Because it is an old Miracle Alstom motor that I've converted to digital. But it was struggling, and it eventually got too warm, and it burned the decoder. Now, I have fixed it. It's running fine. But it clearly doesn't have the oomph to pull those 8 coaches. So I really felt I needed to find, if I'm going to run that Orient Express, a Loco that can do it. And I wanted a classic steam locomotive, and I wanted a French classic steam locomotive. Now, when Miracle released that set, and then just a couple of years ago, they released a French 241 specifically for Orient Express sets. The problem is you can't find it in the aftermarket for under $1,000, and I can't throw that kind of money around right now. So I went to my sources, Lipa. Well, some companies like Joef, Ray, and Roco have 231s and 241s coming in the next year or so. Brava has one coming. There were a couple high-end other company ones that were $900, $1,000, and I just, again, could not justify that. So I went to some of my secondary sources, and finally at Micro Macro Mundo in Florida, that's 3M, Little Big World, Micro Macro Mundo, pretty much a full online store, I did find a French steam locomotive. And it's a higher end Roco. Its original price was over $700. That's not what I paid for it. They had it on July for sale, plus they had already marked it down. It's a few years old. It's new stock, but has never sold. And so I bought it at the price that I looked at and said, yeah, that's doable. But then when it went to the cash register, they took another chunk of money off of it. So I got it for a really good price. And what it is this Roco. It's a 231. It is Roco model number 78040. I don't know if this is 2 or 3 years old, might be older. And it is not an Orient Express locomotive. This locomotive never pulled the Orient Express. This was built with the expansion of high-speed lines in the north of France, so this would have run more north and into northern Germany, into Belgium, Luxembourg, and so forth. It did not pull the Orient Express, but I don't care. It's a French 231, and we can use our imaginations enough that way. So at this sitting, I don't know if it will pull those coaches. I'm going to find out, and you're going to find out at the same time. Well, not really, because I'll have to edit this video and put it up, but win or lose, We're going to find out if it can handle it. But based on the original list price of this, it was one of their higher ends, which I assume it's got a more powerful motor in it. So anyhow, let's get on track, let you take a look at it, and let's run it in and see if it can do the job.
Here it is, out of the box and on line 3. An absolutely stunning Loco. My first impressions of its visual appearance, the detailing in this is just very nice. I like the coloring, although I can't decide on the coloring. You know, most of this is black, but there are parts here when I get in close. I don't know if it's just the light playing with my eyes, but this almost looks like a very dark green in contrast to the slate black, but it could just be difference of paint and lighting and so forth. But immaculate detailing, very sharp, nothing to complain about here in my point of view. I'm sure rivet counters will always find something to be unhappy about. Very sharp Loco. It came in out of the box at 545 grams. So that is just about 1.25 pounds. It has 20 sound and light functions. So we'll turn the lights on there and give you a better view of them. You will hear the steam in the boiler slowly building up. But the instruction manual says that the sound builds up as the train is actually in motion. But it has the usuals: whistle, so yeah, all kinds of sound and light functions. It is designed to be retrofitted with a smoke generator, except it is not run by a function button. You can go into CV codes and set it up, I believe, but not anything that's clear in the instruction manual. I have already fitted it out, so you might have seen just a little bit of steam starting to escape here. But again, it only works as the Loco is in motion. Everything on this, according to the instruction manual, is designed to work as the Loco gets in motion. So, speaking of getting it in motion, let's go put it over on the test track, run it in, and then give it the all-important incline test. All right, so running it in. This is a few minutes into its first running in. Very quiet, very smooth. We'll catch it one more time here. All right, I have moved it back onto track 3, and we are going to put it in motion. As soon as I set up a couple of things here. So here we go. So now as it goes in motion, you can hear how that sound builds up. As I mentioned when I filmed it running in a bit, a very quiet and smooth runner. So here it is on line 3. And we're coming around the edge here. I'm running at about 60% speed. But a good practical speed for running on a layout. So here we go. Let's look for hesitation. We are coming to the incline just past this point here. Ooh, was that a little hesitation there as it's getting up? It's staying consistent. All right, no sign of it struggling. It may have slowed down a little, but in reality, that's realistic. The key is, can it pull 8 cars up? Now, as it's coming around here, I'm going to speed it up a bit. All right, so I'll pick it up here as it's coming up with a little bit of speed here. And heading down the straightaway up to the incline. And again, the incline begins just past this point here. Well, I don't see any slowing down or hesitation there. Obviously, speed always makes a difference. All right, as you can see, I've got the 8 cars of my Orient Express set together, and the luxurious detailing of this locomotive really fits in nicely. The gold trim with the gold trim on the coaches. The key is, will this be its only trip with the Orient Express? Because we have to see if it actually can handle the load. So I'm going to preset this to a speed and get it going. So here we go. And the answer is no, it can't pull it at all. It is spinning its wheels here. I better roll it down before something goes off. Well, that's a major disappointment. All right, I want to give this loco a chance to redeem itself somewhat in my eyes, that it might still be useful in the collection. And so I've hooked it up to these French cars I got from Dave at Scott Rails, and we'll see if it can pull them. Wow. Yeah, it's catching itself now. All right. It's struggling slightly with even 4 cars. So here we go up the incline. And definitely a slowdown. It's not struggling. Okay, it's struggling. So, yeah, waste of money.
Okay, so there you have it. It's not even as good as the old Miracle 231A that I had. This could, on actually a bit of a decline, where the weight of the cars would be pushing it a bit, it can't even begin to pull them. That's a major disappointment. I don't know what Roco was thinking for what the original price of this was. For the price I got it, it'll work with other cars. But yeah, I still have to find a Loco that can pull my Orient Express now. I'm really tempted to send this one back and just say, sorry, it's just not very good, and see if I can get my money back. That is a major disappointment. Beautiful on the outside, weak on the inside. Not the way to make a model train. This may be the most disappointed I've been with something in my entire model train career of 10 plus years. That is just a major disappointment. So, until next time, Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains. Take care, everybody.